I think it might be working. Anyway, this is Sheila on the 19th of June 2013. Tomorrow will be coming up for the longest day of the year, and this is the first day of summer really we've had. It's been dull, grey, cloudy and horrible. And tomorrow is supposed to be returning to that. So I've come out today. It's still a bit cloudy in places, but I've decided I want to go to Shapwick. And because it's doesn't get dark to 10, I haven't gone out to midday. And I'm over at Pill Lane now, going towards Mark. There's Crooks Peak. Here's one of the drains or reams, and Mark's over that way. If I go on a bit, I'll cycle a bit. I've got a feeling it is working. I can't always tell if this is working. If it ain't, oh, it's too bad. Anyway, there's Brent Nola. You'd be surprised the number of cars that actually come along this way. I'm just trying to check if this is working. Yes, it's flashing, it's okay. You'd be surprised the number of big vehicles that have passed me. Big 4x4s. Farmers stuff actually. I expect people take shortcuts through here, but they sound like steam trains when they're coming, these big vehicles, so you can hear them. Yeah, here's a typical example of a Somerset Green nut. There's something in the road up there, some sort of animal, bird. Could be a rabbit, could be a duck. Standing in the middle of the road there. It'll probably move as I come up to it. Yeah, I think it's a duck. You better move, duck, because if a car comes, you'd be run over. Go on. That's it. Off you go. Anyway, it's a beautiful summer's day, like I said. You have to grab these days while you can. Of course, I'm trying to get as much vitamin D as I can because my stores were nearly totally depleted after a blood test a year ago. I got another blood test coming up after being on high dose vitamin D for 6 months, and the hairs are starting to grow back on my legs and my arms. I'd lost all my hairs through lack of vitamin D, and of course it's dodgy because it can affect your all sorts of functions, bone growth, all sorts. I think I put it down to when I did nights for quite a few years. I never really was a sunbather. I'm too fidgety, and then I had a skin complaint, so I didn't expose my skin, and maybe I should have. Anyway, today we're getting all our vitamin D. I did a video down here about 2 or 3 years ago when I first come down here. It could have been 2 years ago, could have been 3. Time goes so bloody quick. Where I first come down and explored this lovely little lane going across the Somerset Levels. There's quite a few of these sort of tracks. In the distance, which you won't pick up on the camera, is Mark Church. Of course, I've done all these churches in the past, photographed, videoed, done some grave searching, but I don't need to now. Today I'm on my way to a church I have visited in the past, and I think it's very scant of graves, but I thought I haven't got it videoed it. I don't know if it'll be open, but that's my mission today, to get to Shapwick. It's a nice day. This goes to Glastonbury as well, going this way. There's no great rush. I'm not in a race. It's blowier than I thought it was going to be, and I must admit I don't like too much wind, but it is a warm wind, and it could be behind me at the moment, or it's going across me. I'm not too keen on wind, but then it could be behind me on the way back. Oh look, some swans there. Let me just stop. There, under a bridge. Say hello. Just video back that way a little bit. There's Crooks Peak. And there's two swans look together. Isn't that lovely? You got any babies yet? Are you going to make some? So there's a few fish gathering around there, isn't there? It's the clearer part of the Reen, isn't it, this bit? Oh, nice to see you both. Last time I came up here, or the first time I came up here, there was a big bull on here. Fortunately, it was busy eating grass, and I managed to get past it. But it obviously got out one field, wanted to get into another one. I photographed it. Yeah, there was this huge bull. So that was a bit hairy. Sort of thing you find when you're out in the countryside though, innit? I bet in theory you can go straight on up there, look. If you're a walker, I bet you could walk straight across there to the church. I'm having to go round, of course. Like I said, it's blowier than I wanted. I don't really like wind. It makes it harder to cycle, unless it's behind you, of course. And there was no sign of wind. When I left Weston, there was no wind. It was very mild. And as soon as I started making my way out, it started getting windy. I don't really go out if it's windy, but it's warm summer wind. It does make it harder to cycle. Of course, I've been out here several times since the first time. And I remember once it rained, but so I was on my way to Trotter's, a pub out in the sticks. And I managed to get there, but the coat I was wearing, although it's supposed to have been waterproof, right, it used to make you sweat. And you were as wet inside as out. That's what I remember about it. But where's the sign up banning wind farms? Of course, they want to start that fracking soon as well. There's a documentary on Panorama tonight about fracking. I must watch that because I want to do it in Somerset. See, it looks like we're going back on ourselves. We are really. We are sort of going back on ourselves. But it's all part of the fun. I won't be coming back this way. God, I do hope the wind drops though. It's horrible. So I say it makes it very hard. Very hard. It's deceiving coming along this lane really, because you do have to do this big diversion where it's straight across there, Mark. But it makes you wind in all around here, see? See, there's another like track down there that will probably take you somewhere. That link up. I can see East Brent Church with its spire there. Something coming a minute. Let's let this vehicle by. That's it. That's it. Yeah, it was round about here last time where these cows are. was round about here on this bend, I think, that the bull was. I managed to get past. He was too interested in getting in that field. They're sat down. That ain't a good sign, is it? Oh, you're not encouraging me, cows, are you? It's not supposed to get the bad weather till tomorrow. I don't want to get out Shapwick and it rains. I didn't bring no waterproofs. Look at them. Yeah, like I said, I wore this coat, which I've got, which is only ever any good in the winter, believe it or not, with a thick jumper underneath, because it makes you sweat so much that you get wet. And anyway, I wore that day. Fortunately, I had taken, I think it was a spare t-shirt or something. I had to change in the pub at Trotters because I was getting cold. I'd got wet from the inside, and it was raining as well, so that was a very wet ride that time. I've now got another waterproof Mac. Again though, what I call a sweat coat. I've got another one, a wax jacket, but that's no good for the summer, see? It's too hot. You see a bike coming. Right then, over and out for now, everyone.